Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey everybody watching. Welcome to another edition of Colorful Convo. It's the first of the month. Is that where everybody's at? Out there jugging?
Probably.
So let's start with you, Polo. How's your day today?
It's going well. Can't complain at all.
That's good. That's good. What about you, CJ?
I'm very excited because I'm on my Android 500.
Hey, she done came up, y'all. I wish I had some fireworks or something to pop off.
Boom, boom.
I'm so proud of myself. Thank you, Biden, for my phone.
Oh, well, he's good for something.
How are you today?
You know, just, juggling. You know, I'm blessed to be alive. You know, tomorrow's not promised. There's a lot of things going on in this country, in this world. So I'm just grateful to be here. I'm ready to get into some things because last week got very colorful.
It did indeed. It did indeed.
So we're gonna see just how colorful today get. Hey everybody entering the chat. What's going on?
Hey,
What's going on?
guys.
Corleone.
We hope that
Hey.
everybody's watching on all platforms. Hope that you guys have had a good start to your week. We right in the middle of things. So our beloved Mark, if you want to catch him, you're gonna have to catch us on Uncut across the street on Patreon. Once we get a little into the topic and everything like that. The link is in the description. But let's just pop things off and spin this wheel, shall we? To see what tonight's topic is going to be. Well. Egotism. Ooh.
Now, Mark I can't wait to the uncut part.
Well, the stars are aligning. Maybe everything is happening how it's supposed to happen. Because I know he's going to have a lot to say. Let me get the definition up there for us. Okay. So, egotism is the practice of talking and thinking about oneself excessively because of the undue sense of self importance. So, is it really a bad thing or is just too much of it a bad thing?
Too much.
Too much is a bad thing, but it's okay.
I think it's a little bit. It's a fine line between confidence and thinking highly of yourself, and then when you come boisterous and you coming off on other people, and then I think that's the problem.
I agree. Cause I really feel like, y'all know I come from the church world. Y'all know daddy a pastor, granddaddies, both sides pastors. And in the church, it's a whole bunch of stuff that they say, you doubt shalt not, that will not. But in our actuality, only place I've seen it like specify things is it says do things in moderation. I've never seen it say don't drink. I've never seen me. I haven't. I haven't never. Jesus made water into wine, so they was drinking. You know what I mean?
I do.
What do you guys
Delicious
think in the
water.
chat? I'm sorry, CJ. What you say?
Oh no, I said I do. And then I said this is some delicious water.
Well, can't go wrong with Wate. Okay.
Mm-mm.
What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think egotism by itself is wrong, bad, or is it just the excessive amount of egotism? Because you gotta have some type of ego to carry yourself confidently. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think as a woman, how would you feel if a man was very egotism or you were practicing egotism? I messed that all up.
I like a good confident man. Go ahead, CJ.
First off, we have been dealing with that for years because y'all put y'all appendage in the wrong prophylactic. Let
Well,
that marinate for you for a minute.
that was a very colorful sentence right there.
Thank you so much. I'm here to please.
Can you go in more detail about that, please?
I sure can. Um, you know yourself what you have because it's in your hand every time you go to the bathroom. So you know what socks you can wear. So I feel that you lead us on with the gold package. We get all excited because we think we're going to do some gold package work, right? And then we see the little clear Durex pack. And
So you saying some people's egos overcompensate for things they're lacking, which is the problem.
that is correct.
I can see that.
I can see that from probably the men that you deal with. I can understand that.
You know what,
But
sweetie? I'm gonna let that one slide because my little booth ain't watching, and he like, oh, you don't know me, okay? Don't go down that road, Polo. Don't go.
well, you made a general statement, so I'm just saying that that's who you deal with, right?
No, honey, I am a woman that loves women. And so what that means is a lot of women come to me with their stories about small appendages and big old wimpy bags. So I understand you was trying to throw a shot, but I only mess with Magnum wearers.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm here all night.
Okay. That's what's up.
All right.
Well, so we see that a negative aspect of having an ego is using your ego to overcompensate for something else. Do you think that lacking an ego could be negative?
Yeah, because who want a punk?
Big peen men are laid back. It be some little Willy Wonka walking around like they big men.
You
Facts.
right. You right, madam. You are right.
My sister, she be on it. And here come my other sister, the alley oop. Oh, what? Yes, don't forget to share. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
the comment. And also, y'all make sure that y'all tap into Madam Oracle and Transparent Talk. Great content creators. Make sure you guys check out their content. You know how I feel about support over here. You want somebody to support
Support.
supporting other people.
That's right.
Speaking of support, I feel ego stops a lot of people from being able to freely support people.
Ooh, come on now.
So you're wondering why people not supporting you. Could it be that they have too much of an ego to where they don't want to support you because then it will truly show what they're lacking?
Girl, you just said a mouthful without saying it. That's why I ain't gonna be mad at nobody else that don't come see me perform. Cause y'all mad. It was funny when I was making you laugh in the welfare line.
Yes.
You just helped me. Thank you.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm speaking to myself as I speak, you know, like I'm never one of those people who are, you know, with the finger wagging and telling you something that I just miraculously came up with. Like while I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. So I was speaking to my own self, like, well, damn, maybe that's why some people don't support. Because if they supported you, they showing light to something that they don't have. And dun 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 dun.
Bruh, I can tell you what's going on.
That's
Somebody,
it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Focus, Diva.
Save it for
somebody don't want me on the internet right now. I can tell you this. I must be too smart. I must be tapped in. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, Mark.
What's up, bro?
Bruh, I want to PTR my screen. It has literally said no internet for the last 20 minutes. I got on at one point and then it kicked me out like no internet. I could make a phone call and everything, but it would not let me on the internet.
And this one
Well, we
over
glad
here
you're here.
is day tonight.
You said what?
We glad you're here.
Day tonight.
I'm glad I'm here too.
He glad. He happy as hell. Hey, Mark, I'm on my Android 500.
I see you looking spectacular.
Oh, thank you. Shucks.
How y'all doing? I know I missed a lot. I know y'all done started this show and people mad at me, but y'all please don't be mad at me. I didn't. It ain't me. It's somebody hating on the Lord's work.
Only dogs get mad.
Oh,
Cows.
We're happy to have you. You're part of the team.
I'm happy to be here.
How has your day been? Oh, God. Y'all see what we're dealing with over here. We're always having a colorful situation.
There we go, baby. Let's get into this situation. All right, there we go. I can breathe a little bit. I did that quick.
Okay, so today's topic, we have spun the wheel, Mark, and egotism is the topic for tonight.
Woo! We got some big ones in this room right here, ladies and gentlemen. We got some egos and everything else. We got some big ones.
Light-skinned men are over egotistic.
is this where I cam down?
Wow. Miss Oracle, I was always rooting for you. Always. Wow.
Ooh, Miss
Shots fired.
While we're waiting on this response, please make sure that you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and if you want to see the heavy conversation that this is going to lead to for sure, meet us on Patreon. The link is in the description.
I'm gonna take my whole wig off. This is gonna be something else.
Whew. No response?
I have no response.
Is that Mark in the picture? Mark look cute in that picture. What's going on? Hey, Mark.
Hey.
His light skin tapping through in that picture.
MC, what up? What up?
Hey.
Oh, it's definitely been your experience, Transparent Talk.
Wow.
Well,
Sorry that you had to go through that.
That's why I'm about to tap into this chocolate up here.
Is this an ego right before our eyes?
This one
Trying
right
to
here
be
got
professional,
me hot.
ladies.
This one, that one right there might be. Oh,
I'm
I
gonna leave
was
this
looking for one, Miss Oracle, and I'm not even gonna let you have one today.
I'm gonna leave this comment up.
She tried to throw the alley oop. I'm not even gonna let that run.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to ColorFullConvo. Tonight's topic is egotism, the practice of talking and thinking about oneself excessively because of an undue sense of self-importance. So that word "undue" really changes things, though. So ego means that you don't even have the right to have an ego.
y'all see how mad I am about that, right?
About what?
About the light skinned men comment that I had to go ahead and PTR my background so I can get in this thing with y'all because what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna bring back colorism.
No.
She said light
We're
skinned
sticking to the topic.
She said light-skinned men have the biggest. You know what? I got a big ego. Such a big ego.
So are you validating or are you?
I'm saying she loved my big ego.
Well, see, you missed that very conversation. CJ, could you repeat what you said about exactly what you just mentioned?
Sure. What I said earlier was men have large egos when they place their appendages in prophylactics that they can't fit because they refuse to face the facts that they just don't have what it takes for that wearer, that piece of sock.
See, you said
We've been dealing with, huh?
That's wildly incorrect. That's you have gaslighted yourself into believing that. Lord Jesus.
I thought that's the man that she deal with, but then I guess when I said that, she said that I was coming for her.
Of course, because you can't challenge your opinion or you're wrong.
There we go. Hold on. What happened was he tried to make it personal, that statement, and he said, I'm sorry what you deal with. And I said, no. I only deal with people that fit that. I was simply stating that I hear women all the time complain about men trying to put that little thing in a big old Magnum wrapper, and it's a whole bunch of air on all the sides of it. That's simply all I said.
That has nothing to
do.
do
So you're going off of what you heard. I'm sorry.
I'm going off of that's the problem with y'all men. I would love for a man to say, I got a small penis and I'm happy about it. And I'm a high five him like, there you go. He doesn't have an ego. He understands God didn't give him that much. He might have a big bank account. He might have a long tongue. He might have a large car, but he understands his appendage.
Why are you reducing topics to anatomy?
Because I'm
a comedian.
But we can't say that she's reducing anything because you missed how we even led into the conversation.
Right.
Today.
No, I agree.
Hold on, wait. She didn't reduce it. She gave an example of the misuse of an ego. Is what she did.
That
Are
was it.
egos really based on
And Polo
size?
agreed with me until you
One,
came in the room.
in one instance, yes. If you would like to give us another instance,
Hold
please
on.
do so.
Ego is
Wait
the
a minute.
practice of
Wait
thinking
a
about
minute.
oneself excessively.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna flip it. So this will make the men feel better. Women have big egos too when they try to squeeze all that fat in an outfit that they can't wear. Does that make you feel better?
No, I don't think.
Because I don't get it. I don't know
I,
why it's such an issue. I wasn't talking about your penis. I was talking about just a general statement. So, and if you don't have a small penis, it shouldn't bother you.
but
It
Looks
only
like
should
we're going
offend
to get to
small penis
Patreon a
men.
lot sooner than we thought.
I don't think nobody was bothered by the comment.
I think
I don't
the
think
two
anybody
don't
was bothered by
correlate.
the comment.
That's all. I don't think. I think ego has something to. Check it out. Here's a fair statement. I got a big penis to me because I'm not looking at nobody else's penis. She might think I have a big penis. I'm saying I don't think men are egotistical is when you have seen and compared it to somebody else, and then you could know, and then you still want to feel that way. Again, sticking to the definition, it is practices of talking and thinking about yourself excessively because of an undue sense of self-importance. I don't care how small it is; it may be important to me. Now,
Okay,
if it's
so pause. So pause
okay.
then, because I don't want to mess up the thought. So isn't it giving false advertisement when you told me you was gonna bang my guts out and then it could barely it's just lay right there on the balls? Isn't that false
No,
advertisement?
no, that because here's the
That's
thing.
false advertisement. I agree.
That's a false advertisement, but that's not ego.
I agree.
It is
Yeah,
because his ego is too thick to realize he have a small penis. So he lied to me. He lied instead of saying I got a little penis, but I sure love you.
But
And I
that
say,
is the
okay,
people
baby.
that, once again,
that
that
is
you're saying that he lied to you. That's the people that you deal with.
okay.
No,
Let
I'm
me
It
just
goes
let,
saying,
back to
I'm
the
saying
picker.
overall. But I'm gonna be quiet because I'm
No,
not
you
talking
can't
about you
overall put man.
personally.
You can't overall put man
No,
in the small dick
no.
area.
That's not what
No,
I'm
you can't
doing.
do
So
that.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be
Okay,
quiet.
time out.
That's not what I
Time out,
did, but
guys.
I'm gonna be quiet
Time out,
because
guys.
it's all right.
Time out real quick. So we're going to stick with what people say, and we're not going to add anything to it. We're not going to take anything away from it. The conversation was, is there an instance where ego can be a negative thing? CJ's example was when men act as if they have a large appendage and they do not. Polo decided to say those are people you're dealing with when he was trying to be funny.
Thank you.
No. See that's perception. No, I wasn't because you're
Okay,
talking
you
when
weren't
you
trying to
say
be
general.
funny. Okay,
You say
hold
general.
on, wait, let me finish. I'll take that. You weren't trying to be funny. So the statement you made was incorrect then. Since you weren't trying to be funny, it was flat out incorrect because TJ then said, I'm telling you what women's experience they have shared with me was. Because we all know that CJ, you are a lover of what?
Women.
Right. So she was saying women have came to her and told her their experiences. So she wasn't
That was
reducing
it.
it to that's the only thing that an ego can be negative as. She was just giving an example.
Okay,
That
but
was
we also had conversation on here that you also mess with men. That's also the conversation that we had. So
But
is
that's
that not
fine.
true?
But I wasn't. Okay, so guess what? I'm just gonna break down and not say nothing because you taking my words and twisting them. We're not talking about what I do in the bedroom. I was just
No.
simply making a statement. So what I like, men and women, had nothing to do with what we talking about. So that was
Oh,
out
you're
of
not even
line.
getting my. That's not my
It
point
don't
that I'm trying
matter.
to
It
make,
don't matter
man.
to get your point because the way it was just perceived was out of line. Sorry.
Well, I
Now I'm gonna let
apologize.
y'all
I
talk and I'm gonna
apologize,
mute
sweetheart, because I did not mean it in that way. When I wasn't apologizing because you were telling me what somebody had said. So I'm saying this is
No,
experience that you have went through, and you told me no, it
no,
was not experience that
that's
you
where the
went through.
words is.
That's something that
That's
you have
where
heard.
That's where the words is twisted. Yeah. That's why I said, let me stop talking. Because what y'all two do is you listen to every word and then you twist that shit. And we're not going to do that with me.
I
That's
wasn't
what we're
trying to
not
twist
gonna
it. I was
do.
just trying to get an understanding of what you were saying.
So then y'all should have let me clearly express myself instead of
I'll
tearing
let you get
down
it
the
out.
statement. So it's like I don't even want to say too much, because it's like as soon as I say something, I'm getting personally attacked. So now I understand what she meant about the last show. Damn, I was just simply giving an opinion. I didn't say it was personal. I raised a boy. So I love men. I'm not a hater of men. I have a father and a brother. I love men. That's not what I was saying. Comedians, so I say crazy, funny shit. That's it. So I'm a fall back and let y'all do it. Love y'all.
Passive aggressive, anybody?
Now, that's what we're not going to do. Now, let's get the colors back going. Since you feel like the example was reducing, do you have another example of where an ego can be a negative thing?
So let me start here. And this is kind of where conversations get distorted. We can't talk about bedroom stuff and then leave our bedroom stuff off the table.
Okay, we left that alone.
And so what I'm saying, so
ego.
to me, so here's the thing. Ego is kind of like the way
Don't try to
Kanye,
tie it into no bedroom shit now.
hold on. It's not. I'm not gonna tie it into any bedroom.
Lord. Chris. Polo. Sorry. Why do I keep doing that? I just love your name so much.
I don't know why you keep doing that,
man. Polo. Can you give us an example of where you feel like ego is a terrible thing?
One is when you have like over aggressive. You're putting this on everybody. You're boisterous about yourself. You're talking about what you have. That can become a problem of course other people, because at that point you are. It's not something that you're just confident. You're trying to put that on somebody else. So that's just my opinion, and that's just how I feel.
I like that.
So,
like that.
So for me, Kanye West's attitude, or when he went on the show and he's like, I can say whatever and Apple won't drop me. That's egotism. The way what's the kid name? The shooter in Wisconsin. You know, when he said when LeBron James spoke about him and he said he don't buy LeBron James shoes anymore. That's egotistical is where don't nobody know you and you think everybody should bow down or act a certain way towards you. I don't think feeling I think we confuse self, because we're supposed to have certain self-confidence, self-pride. I think we confuse that with ego. Ego is when you walk into a room. I think Nicki Minaj said it in a song where she says, I don't shake hands, that's bummy. I don't, because I want to wipe my hands with $100. So I think it's how you treat people. Like, I'm so important, I don't talk to you. I think the bedroom is what you're supposed to brag in. You're supposed to do stuff. And so that's what I'm saying. Because women, I don't think it's false that a woman wears the wrong or inappropriate clothes that's too little for her. I think it's a level of confidence. It could be, misrepresentative, but I don't think it makes her egotistical. But when you say, if she was to wear it and then think everybody should like it, everybody should feel the same way she does, is where I think the ego part may come in.
I like both of y'all examples. I want to add the chat in for a second. Johnny, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. But everybody up here on the panel, we're friends. We're all opinionated. We're not going to agree all the time. That's why it's a colorful convo, because we all have our different perspectives. But everybody up here on the panel, we love and respect each other.
Can I say something before you go to the next one?
Yeah.
CJ, unmute your GD mic
You not you. We coming for you. We ain't no next week. Obviously, is gonna be my week to be in my field. But what you're not finna do is fall back. We
She
not.
muted so she don't echo, Mark.
No, that's not what she said. She said I'm gonna fall back. I'm not.
She don't mean
Fall up to the front of the line, soldier.
that's why she's muted.
Go ahead. Back to you in the booth.
So Sis said, oh, that's not the one, I'm sorry. Simple. People who cannot simply say, I don't know, men and women. I think that is a great example of egotism.
Wait, what? Are you saying, are if we use that, are we saying when people are loud and wrong?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like, people who have, like, you ask a question and they feel like, oh, it's a timer on it's a timer on when I can answer this question. Like, it's okay to take a step back. Like, I don't know. That's a good question. I got to think about that for a while.
I got to think about. Well, I got to think about that loud too, because back to our my favorite song. Different strokes for different folks. Can I be loud and wrong and it just be my right?
You're right. People, loud and wrong.
Loud and wrong. So people who stand 10 toes on against the alphabet community, they are loud and wrong, but that is their truth to stand on. People who stand 10 downs for it are to them loud and wrong. So can I be loud and wrong and it not be ego? Can I just be loud and can I? Because my belief can't be rooted in ego, is it?
I think the ego part of it would be that you have to accept how I feel, even though it's wrong. I feel like that's where the ego would come in.
So if we do that, then the big community, there's a lot of communities that are rooted. And I'm gonna say this, and this is where I'm gonna spin ego, because there was once this community of African Americans who wanted to be treated a certain way, and they said you have to believe the way we believe. Perfect timing for the introduction to Ladies and Gentlemen. This show is sponsored by the month of Black History, where we take and spin the wheel and see if we can spin this wheel back. Again, sponsored by the letter C, Colorful Conversations.
Let's put a bookmark in there. I think that's more. Let's set that on Patreon, because I want to get.
I'm ready to. That's what I'm ready to.
Well, wait a minute. We got some people we still messing with here for a second.
Okay, let's get them. Let's get them. Get them in here.
Sis said, in a relationship, platonic or romantic, if your ego is too big for you to resolve resolvable issues.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I can put that down, because I want. Is it resolvable? Because you want me to
we
come
can
to
go
your
back
side?
and forth with that one, Mark. That's a good one for us to go back and forth on.
Do
that
you
one.
Want me to come to your side, or do you need to come to my side, or is it really unresolvable?
It might be unresolvable.
Come see me on the Patreon. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this was sponsored by the letter C, Colorful Conversations, and the beginning of Black History Month, where we decide to spin the wheel, and we're going to spin that conversation, platonic or romantic, if your ego is too big to resolve resolvable issues. You sleeping with my brother is not resolvable. Get up out of here.
It's okay, Johnny. No hard feelings,
No. Listen, we listen. Listen, Johnny, you ain't got to take that. These women be trying to oppress us. You see the women are on top and the men are on bottom. Look at that. They even force my brother into the dark. I'm just saying.
First of all, you know how I feel about aesthetics and everything like that. And
Johnny, you ain't missing nothing, brother. You feel you see me looking.
I just want the people to come in when y'all see us being heated. We love each other and we not gonna agree. So that's why the conversations are very colorful. They're going to get even more colorful on Patreon in a few minutes. So,
right, but did you
beware.
see the way she clapped at us? Did
Huh?
you see the way she clapped at us? I'm really right now. My heart. We gonna as we skip over to the next channel and we get ready. I'm gonna have something to say because she was like, "What you not gonna do is do me like you did Big E." No, we not. She done. Hey, flicker the camera, blink. We can't even see
I didn't
Polo.
say it like that, but you being messy now.
I felt it.
And we gonna sweep you up when we get across the street.
Yeah.
Let's go. You can't sweep the sweeper.
Swoop.
Beat me
You
there.
already sweat, brother. We gonna get you.
Beat me there. That's all I
What
got.
you're not gonna do is
Catch
come
me.
between me and E. That's what you ain't gonna do.
Nah,
Me and E
well,
ain't going nowhere. We
I know
locked
I
together
can't
like
come.
waffle
I
fries
know I
and
can't
cheese,
come between
baby.
both of y'all, but I'm gonna come in one of y'all.
Transparent talk. Can you tell me if what context would determine that, in my opinion? Which comment did you mean, so we can kind of elaborate a little
Go
bit?
back to her. She
The
said.
comments and stuff.
She said keeping it simple. I think she.
Context would determine.
I think.
But she might have been referring back to another comment or a statement. So I just
Right. That's what I said. I think that's when she said when people, men or women, can't keep it simple. Uh-oh. Black
Hey,
go.
Black
There,
go.
black there. That's now that would be ego if he not real black. If he light skinned but just claiming black, is that his ego?
But he's still a black person, regardless of
but
color.
is he dark? Is he black? Is he black? Or is he yellow black?
But are you black?
I fight black and I am black.
Well, there you go. Oh no, I'm not done. I just want to be fair to black history.
Thank you. We gotta, and since women are double minorities, we gotta be extra fair to them. Protect black women and protect.
It's about being loud and wrong. She said the context of being loud and wrong. See?
Oh yeah. That's why I said she the one said simple. I got that memory. Ladies and gentlemen, this conversation is sponsored by women who are loud and wrong.
Jesus. I wasn't wrong. This is where you start going down the wrong path.
Uh-oh. Then maybe you need to check me and put me on the right path.
I will.
I know.
I'm going to stay real YouTuberish right now. And then when we get across the street,
okay,
y'all know I'll let my hair down.
That's okay. I have the number to 911.
Polo, you mighty quiet in the dark right now.
Did you see the way my girl talked to him? I need a personal protection order. I need a subpoena.
I apologize, safety. Polo. I'm a woman going through menopause, and that's all I'm gonna say. Those in menopause know my feelings. I apologize, Polo. How can I make it up to you, baby?
Let him help you come out of
menopause. We family, sweetheart. That we good. Don't ain't got to worry about nothing. I just don't want you to feel no kind of way like you got to be quiet on no show.
Right.
I was just trying to get clarity. That's all.
That's it. And I got a big ego. Such a big ego. She love my big.
Yeah, they is. Ain't they something else, man? Woo. I love them though. That's all right. I love my light-skinned brothers.
Well, hey, listen, don't let the color fool you. Don't let the color fool you. Don't let the color fool you.
So in the chat, do you guys have any examples of where you could be positively on the ego side or negatively on the ego side?
Yeah, good spin. Good spin. Don't apologize to the light skin.
What's up with all the light skin stuff?
That is dark.
We might not have got colorism out the deal, man.
Right,
we got a lot of little light skin stuff going on,
right,
man.
We got
a lot of light skin stuff going on. I try to stay quiet and try to duck the comments, but come on now.
No, you know what? They want that Chris Brown to come out in me.
What's that all about?
They want to see my Chris Brown.
Some.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna have them jumping. No, well, now wait, when I say Chris Brown,
hold on. I don't know what. Hold on, I'm not agreeing to that.
That's what I was like.
My talent.
I just heard what he said real quick.
Wait a second. I meant my talent. I ain't. Oh, y'all thought I meant y'all thought
I totally missed that.
I did, and I was like,
good. I'm glad you did.
Well, I was here.
Yeah, we on Polo tonight. What we? Thank you. I'm glad somebody see that. I'm not the only one that's not like that.
I was trying.
Thank you.
There was people with long hair who got these big egos tonight, and the longer the hair.
I would flip my hair, but it's stiff as a board. So I'm gonna let you get off with that one.
I'm gonna flip my hair for you then. How about that?
Thank you, baby.
Feeling like you. Go and brush your hair off.
Yo,
I'm just saying. The people that I notice with the biggest egos.
Go ahead. Because I take this wig off, honey, and I got just as much as hair as you do under this cap. My hair look just like yours. So then what? Then what we talking about, sir? I'm bald D-locks.
We've seen them pretty locks. It's longer than that.
Listen,
it's way longer than that. We've seen them pretty locks. Don't try to listen to me.
Take it off.
Thank you.
We've seen it.
Thank you, Transparent Talk, for
you ain't got a big
being on topic. Transparent Talk says the proper amount of ego is healthy, and that's what I was trying to.
I think according to the mental health, the ego is probably the unhealthiest part of you. There's the id, the ego, and the super ego. So I don't know.
Let me ask you this: who's the judge of that? Because what one person might think is too much ego, and another person looks at it a different way. So I guess it depends on who's doing the judging, right?
And that's where the challenge to the sister when she said when people came to meet when they simple men or women, that's where when loud and wrong, that's where I have the challenge, because what's loud and wrong for some is right and correct for others. So that's what I'm saying. It again, and this is how.
But you are saying ego plays a part in that, right?
No, I don't think ego play. I think belief plays a part in that. I think your values play a part in that. And so ego is how you, to me, ego is how you negatively affect someone's value system. If I want to,
I agree.
You
transparent.
Wrong,
I'm sorry.
I say you have a bad ego, or that's your ego talking. But at the same time, is not your ego the proper amount of confidence is the right thing is confidence. The improper amount is arrogance. So that's where ego falls in. Either you have the right amount where you're healthily confident, or you're unhealthily arrogant.
But I feel like that goes back to what Polo just said, which is it depends on who the judger is. Because my confident, somebody might see that as arrogant, or or lacking thereof. You're not confident enough.
That's how we get back to talking up under people's clothes when they got the air around the prophylactics. If he thought he was decent, was he not supposed to say he was decent? Was he supposed to say, "Hey man, I got a paper cut"?
According to the women I deal with, I think women like an ego.
I said that.
Just way too much of it. I can see it being a problem, but I think a woman have to have a man that has an ego to some kind of degree.
Beyonce said it best like this. He talked like this because he can back it up. Now, and I think if you can talk like that and walk like that because you can back it up, then you are in the proper ratio of ego. The other part is You don't know what you came back up. You ain't never, you don't speak it. So it's a lot of women who have been overweight and had some confidence, but they don't really get that confidence until they 42 pounds down. Now she ready to talk greasy to people, or she been broke her whole life and then she Lizzo her way up to the top, and now she can talk about how she do stuff. So I think
or you're a police officer and you hide behind your badge to
right. So the improper amount of ego is fake ego, where you
Oracle
can't
put it
back
the
it
best
up.
to me.
Yeah,
Oracle put it the best to me in her comments. We should touch on that.
Which one? The one that's on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on. Be confident enough to know you belong in any room, but not arrogant enough to believe you are better than everyone else in the room.
I don't know about not better.
Well said.
I'm better. I'm better than you, and you might. I think that's what makes professionals professionals.
But listen, it's a way to think that you're better than someone or on a higher level, and there's a difference between being condescending to people. So while there's
better than you, and I'm not condescending.
while there's certain things that I'm not gonna do, there's certain places I'm not gonna go, it's certain people I'm not gonna talk to. That's just my standard. But if you do that, I don't look less down on you as less of a person than me. We just do different shit.
We do different great shit.
In their opinion, or my opinion.
Okay, because Michael Jordan would tell you what he was going to do to you as a professional and still do you in. So I think a lot of times, our inabilities to match equal egos makes us down people. So Michael Jordan is is overly confident bigger people, Mark, and it's overly confident bigger people. And it's overly confident bigger people, and it's over. I don't. There's
basically what you said, which was when you squeeze into some clothes that you know too fucking little for you, and you walking around like, girl, I look good, and I don't care what you say. It would be overly confident if you're spilling out of your clothes and it just does not look right. And
but if she wants,
but somebody likes that. Somebody's pumping that person's up. Somebody's saying, I like that.
Listen, that may be true. However, if it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. Somebody still
might goes back to the judge.
Even though it doesn't look good.
That goes to the judger.
That goes back to the judger. Whoever's judging that. Because some guys out there telling that woman she look beautiful. Somebody's out there saying, "Ooh, baby, you look good like that." And she's like, "Oh,
hey, don't put stuff like that on the screen. We're not going to see that right there. That's when
I'm going to respect everyone in the chat as well as I respect everyone on the
MJ
panel.
is not nobody with the initials MJ is trash. None of them.
Lord Jesus.
Are you talking?
Her opinion is her opinion. Her opinion is her opinion.
And to me, that's when ego becomes a weaponized.
He wasn't. I don't think he was talking about me though. We was talking about the statement. This is where I think we go left in our conversations is we don't leave the statement at the statement. We add things, like don't add things on or take away. Let's just deal with the statements. And then if we want to move to something else, we move to something else. But we got to deal with the statements. You know what I mean? Like we were just strictly talking about the statement.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. I think one of the problem with this statement is that when we feel some type of way, we put too much. We weaponize the word ego to make it not be what it is. So the problem is when you're a confident person, like you said, when she wears what she wears and she feels confident, I think it's cool. I think she can be that way. Then we say, "Oh, you too much." Are we not now weaponizing her confidence or destroying her confidence by saying she ain't, since we ain't the judges?
I'll give you an example of that. And I know that y'all did it. Lizzo is a larger, confident woman. When she came out and did what she did, everybody had a problem with that. However, she felt she looked good, and many larger women big upped her, and some not so large women big upped her, and men big upped her. However, there were certain people that said it was inappropriate. She shouldn't have done it, and it didn't look good. So it's like, are you guys?
Let's go back to the contents of that though. It was children there. So I think you got to go back to the contents of when that happened. It was
Okay,
children.
I want to eliminate that. I'm just talking about what she looked like, what she had on, and
so I agree. Taking out the contents of that. Here's the thing. I think one of the things is this. I think it is a total healthy place to be able to go outside the way you feel. I think the other problem is that we also have to, what we don't do in our community is parallel with it. I'm doing this and I'm mentally okay. I'm not doing this to be mentally okay. And so
right.
I think a problem of it, and that's what I was saying, I think a problem with it is when we weaponize confidence or when we weaponize self-esteem, because all of these things are entangled in your ego. And that's when we hurt people. And when somebody, like Lizzo, she helps women get confidence. But I think the problem with us is that we look at the end result or the face of it, but we never look deep into it. So I think that's part of what I'm saying is you can be loud and wrong, but you could be loud and correct, and it may sound wrong because we're only listening to the surface of the conversation and we're listening to respond, but not listening to learn. So I think when we have conversations like this and when we encourage conversations like this, it's going to be one of those times when we have to say, okay, that may be wrong or unacceptable for my lifestyle, but it's totally acceptable, or I can totally agree with I agree with you, but it's not acceptable, or it's agreeable, but not is acceptable, but unagreeable, or unagreeable, but acceptable. And I think that's a problem where we have in our community, especially when it comes to the LGBT, a lot of where egos play a part in keeping people apart. But that's me.
Okay. Polo, you wanted to say something?
No.
So we're talking about perception at this point, right?
Right.
So going back to the definition, it says undo. That's the hinging word for me. So
Right.
do you think even the definition is kind of like, well, that depends on perception?
Exactly.
Because
That was my whole point.
You think somebody should not have this confidence, or you know what I mean?
Well,
that's my whole point.
I think undo to me is I think that's the part that made men talk about other women, because it's like here's my spin for it. It's acceptable for Lizzo. It's a part of entertainment. It's not acceptable for you who comes to work on a Monday through Friday at a bank because you want me to like it because I like Lizzo. It's undue. You didn't earn that due that Lizzo earned. You didn't earn that same. To me, that due means you are riding because you want me to ride for you because I rode for Lizzo. You haven't earned what Lizzo earned. You haven't done what Lizzo's done to get that respect. So I think it's due for Lizzo, but it's undue for you.
But is that
stepping in some water, boy? You stepping in some water. I can't get you out of that one. I'm gonna try to roll with you, cuz.
Listen
to what I listen to
that one.
So Lizzo came how she came, and then you showed up at work and she came how she came, but she's undue and they the same?
They not the same.
How? We talking strictly body shape and what they wore. How is then she not do that?
Because Lizzo does this for entertainment and views and for her passion. What you do,
but she wasn't entertaining when she went to that basketball game like that. She was viewing the game.
Right, but the problem is Lizzo is an entertainer. Her job is to is to get notoriety, is to get is to get fans, is to be mentioned, is to be, you know, hashtag. What I'm saying
So
is,
if you're not an entertainer, you can't push the envelope.
I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is, don't expect the same respect when you're doing that. What I'm saying, I'll use something. There's a lot of people who want to be Beyonce. I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm saying it's two different goalposts.
But that's not fair, though.
That's what undo means. Undo
means you are not in a position to do something or say something or feel something. Like if you say that you're going to buy a Magnum and then there's air in there, you are undue to make that purchase because you can't fit it. Undo is facts. Undo is not you can move it. Undo is okay. Right now, where I'm at right now, I'm a medical massage therapist, right? I can't then go and tell somebody I can be your personal trainer because I'm undue and unqualified to be that personal trainer. I can give them a good massage and tell them what I think from assessing their body, but there are things out of my scope that I can't talk about. That's what undo means.
Well, inappropriate. Once again, it goes back to the person that's judging, because what one person might think is undue, the next person is like, nah, you definitely do that. So it goes back to who is considering. Like, of course, we are all different people, and we all have different likes and things we just generally do. So if it goes to a point where this person might think this is undue, but this person is like, yeah, they can. I agree with them. So it really goes back to whoever is calling that person undue, or what is undue for them.
So here it says this: undue definitions unwarranted or inappropriate because of excessive or disproportionate. What I'm saying is,
those are facts. Those are not opinions.
No, unwarranted. It's not warranted to wear what Lizzo wear to a game for you to wear to work. It's unwarranted.
How can you say that though? You just said she was entertaining.
You don't work in the same that's what I'm saying. You don't work in the same environment.
I do.
You do. So I'm not. So let's not say you. I'm saying if Lizzo shows up to a basketball game wearing this, and everybody's like, "Oh, that look good," you can't show up to work like that. You don't work where Lizzo work.
You in general.
Okay. If you want to go to a basketball game like that, that's fine. Don't come to it's two different professions. Now, if y'all both singers and y'all want to wear both of that to the stage, then y'all do that. A lot of times I think when I see unwarranted things is that to me, a lot of entertainers, cosmetologists, artists are freer in their dress and fashion. And so when you are an artist, entrepreneur, and this is a part of attracting your customers, it's undue for a person who works in the bank 9 to 5 to have that same thing. That's when I think when our community is built on this, though. Our community wants to be a part of that undue process. And then we say, oh, it's unfair. Such and such do it. Well, such and such is a millionaire and can do that.
If you would have explained it like that, then I could have accepted that. But at first you just said she was just big at work and couldn't do it.
I said, well,
she didn't deserve to do it.
Right.
Right.
We're going to need is a red. We're going to need when we do the replay red.
Mark, you are putting people in a box.
That's exactly what we do.
Right.
We have to put people in. Lord Jesus, if we stop putting people in boxes, then so will I be putting people in boxes when I say the Memphis officers are crazy? Or is that not a box?
We want to tread lightly, but
let's go to Patreon so I can answer that, because people belong in boxes. That's how we know which boxes to stay. All right.
Well, y'all know how I feel about boxes. Don't put me in no box.
But you
Don't
go
put me
in
in no box neither,
No
baby.
square, none of that.
But we all go in boxes.
Not
The
me,
box may be just because it's a box don't mean it's a small box.
You do not set the standards of how to come to work. Every job site is ran differently.
I agree. So you should
I
follow.
don't fit in there. Period.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's getting a little heated because I feel like we need to touch on some subjects. We have some comments that we want to touch on.
Did you copy them? Because we definitely, and because I want to talk about this box, because your ego make you think you don't go in a box, but you do.
Do you have some pen and paper in front of you, Mark?
I don't, but I will.
Because I know one of them was
simple and loud, or yeah, whoever said.
No, I feel like we pretty much handled that, but it was the race one. Also, the relationship, platonic or romantic, when your ego is too big to resolve resolvable issues. That's what's one that we wanted to expound on. There was another one that I know we said we wanted to take over there. While I'm looking, you guys, could y'all please make sure that y'all hit that like button.
And
hit
make sure y'all get over
if
to
you're not
Patreon, because we finna
Yes.
go, and I'm finna listen. Y'all in the comments ain't exempt for getting this heat. I don't say this for CJ.
The link is in the description, you guys, to come over to Patreon where we can really let our hair down.
CJ. Go ahead, kiss that forehead.
You said what?
Kiss my forehead.
I don't think my significant other would like that, but here we go.
My significant other would definitely love that. All right, kiss his forehead.
And on that note, y'all.
Oracle, come on now. Here we go again.
She trying to flirt. That's all. That's her way of flirting.
First of all, ease up on my sis.
She want to flirt with it. She see something in light skin man that she like. It's the light. She coming over to the light.
That box that we were speaking of is already checked for her. And we'll see you guys right across the street, okay?
You get a double check.